Everybody, it's Phil Lane here again, and I just wanted to go over a subject that it's hard to grasp, but when you finally understand it, it actually helps you out a lot in life. The main thing that I want to go over today is how to control your body, and it's not as gross as it sounds. I'm going more of a belief system. So, for example, if you have a positive and you have a negative option, so say, hey, I don't want to be sick this week, I have to do something, or hey, my coworker just coughed near me, I'm going to be sick. Why don't you choose the positive option? So, for example, I hear my I heard my boss the other day go, "Oh, hey, you're sick. Oh, now I'm gonna be sick." He's telling his body it's okay to be sick, so he got sick like the next day. Oh, hey, common knowledge. It's raining outside and it's cold. Oh no, I hope I don't get sick. You're creating the option. You're creating the option to be sick. This is not a good thing. It is a common thing, but it's something you can change. So for me, I haven't been sick since 2014 September. Before that, I was sick once a year around the end of August or starting of September. That was because I created that belief in my head. So I told myself, and I told several others, hey, I only get sick once a year. It's around the end of August, starting of September. So that's when I got sick. Now I'm just like every time after that, after 2014 September, whenever I started to feel a little bit sick, 2015 at the end of August and September, I would tell myself no. Every time I woke up and I had a sore throat, and every time I woke up and I just felt a headache or anything like that, I would say out loud, not, I would say out loud to myself, just not loud volume, no. And I would stand firm by it and just no, it's not happening. I'm not being sick. And now I have the firm belief 100% with no doubt that I will not be sick again. You have to have that belief when you do these decisions. So being sick is a simple one. And I'm not saying like, you can go Super Saiyan or anything like that. You can't do any ridiculous stuff. But the positives and negatives you can control just by dealing with it over time. Some of them are harder than others. So, for example, there are, you know, people who use chi. If you believe in it or not, it's fine. There's people who use chi. They have done the exact same thing for several years. So one person can headbutt a brick wall or something and break it. Whatever. I'm just giving you an example. They've done this task several times for several years. So their belief has slowly gone up over these years. Those are the harder versions of it. The simpler versions are just being sick. There's other ones like I'll go over in a second. But the harder ones, it takes you years to get there. Changing yourself, doing a new job, believing you can become that manager at your job. It all takes time, and that doubt keeps creeping up. And every time that doubt creeps up, you have to say no. You have to control yourself and say, no, this is not happening. Or no, I won't let this happen. Every single time. So, another example. I've had this thing for years where I saw blood or was near, like my parents own a vet clinic. I went in the vet clinic and was there for surgery, and I would get lightheaded. And this happened when I was a kid, and I cut my finger. First time it ever happened. Ever since then, I've had an issue with it. Recently, after figuring out this no thing, I cut myself at work twice. Three times. First time, since I'm working in the kitchen, it kind of happens all the time. First time, I felt lightheaded. I had to sit down for 10 minutes. Took a drink. Some coworkers gave me a drink of orange juice or water or something. I think I drank both. And it took a while for me to be okay. I got up. I thought it was fine. Nope. No, I was not. Sat back down, same thing. Next time, I was doing a certain shift where if I am slow or inefficient at my work ethic, people get pissed off. My coworkers get pissed off. So I cut myself and I was like, fuck, I cannot do this. I cannot do this right now because everyone's going to be pissed off and they're not going to enjoy it. They're not going to enjoy the night. They're going to be mad at me, blah, blah, blah. So I so I just said no. I would not let myself get lightheaded from being cut. It happened again at work. I cut myself in the morning, and this was one of the shifts, the same thing where I need, like, I love these shifts are my favorite shifts at work, and I do not want to be lazy on them. I do not want to be inefficient. I do not want to waste time. And so I same thing, cut myself, walked downstairs to get a band-aid because it wasn't stopped. I cut my finger, so fingers don't stop bleeding. I cut my finger and I was bleeding on the floor. And me just seeing my own blood is enough to trigger it. I cut myself, I felt lightheaded, and I told myself no. But it wasn't going away because I didn't have that strong, I let a little bit of doubt in. So I went downstairs, slightly lightheaded. It wasn't bad, it was just a little bit. I went downstairs, bleeding on the floor, got my band-aid, washed my finger, put the band-aid on, and then I had to clean up the blood. Cleaning up the blood was where it didn't get worse, but it was where I had to control my breathing. If you breathe from your abdomen, take a big deep breath, you can actually control many, many of these things. And that's how I started off. So when I was cleaning up my blood, I was doing the breathing control. It's, breathing control works if your doubts are starting to kick in and you can't seem to control the no. You can't seem to control the doubts, which is the no. So I will do, say if I wake up and my throat's hurt or whatever, and I'll start feeling sick. This happened 2 years ago, a year ago, whatever. Happened a while ago. I will take a deep breath, abdomen breath. You cannot do chest breath. Chest is lazy. Breathe through your chest. It's lazy. I will take a deep breath and then I will tell myself no. If there's any kind of doubt, like that's a good way to start off doing this for simple tasks in your life, simple things. Something bigger, you have to do that every time. You have to have, for something bigger, like, that manager position or whatever, you have to do the breathing. You have to control yourself because the breathing centers yourself and makes you more relaxed, stops your thoughts as much. Like it's more of a controlling your thoughts, but it slows them down and you just center yourself on, hey, I need to do this. I need to do this better. I need to do this better. I'm screwing up on this. I'll change that right now. You need to consistently do that if you want to become a manager at a job or anything bigger like that. You need to consistently do that for several times. And that's when I talked about the chi thing. But yeah. So that's one thing that I've learned over time, and I'd like to explain it to everybody, and hopefully some people will get it. I know there's going to be skeptics. There always is. I talk to people about this face to face, and they're just like, the simple question. The guy comes into work, hey, and I'm like, hey, why are you sick? And he's like, what do you mean? Why am I sick? I can't control this. I'm like, yeah, you can. Don't be sick. And people can't grasp it yet because there's too much knowledge, too much common knowledge aiming towards you can't control it. To the fact that 1%, there's that 1% of, oh hey, like of thought that maybe I can actually control this, is so deep down beyond, covered by all that doubt, that I can't control it. You need to push away the doubt, pull up, oh, hey, I can control this. Oh, hey, I can do this. You need to push yourself to not be sick, to not screw up at work, to not feel lightheaded, to not get too drunk. It works for several things. Just think about them, the different possibilities you can do. And yeah, the skeptics, yeah, send your comments. That's fine. I won't be sick, and you will be. I'd rather choose my side over yours. All right, thanks for listening. Have a good day.